Welcome back. Oh, sorry, you guys are gonna hear something. I forgot to move my mic. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. We are looking to solve mysteries. I mean, that's really all we're doing, right? Um, we are looking at even more beauty to the wall. No. Where's the rest of the armor? Yes. Brigades and ask the jolly Mesk about the armor. So we're trying to find the harbor, because that's kind of the next place to go, I think. Ruins full of snow, no one lives here anymore. Oh, hello. I'll take this money. Hello?
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
Well, I'm not going to be rude and snap my fingers in her face. She's just enjoying this freezing weather. Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
I'm not going to snap at her, so I guess I'll leave. Anything around here? Oh. I'll take a tank top, I suppose. I'm not particularly psyched about that, but it looks gross and dirty.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island,
Oh.
pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who's this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
Oh. Wanderer isn't really an, what is the word I'm looking for? It's not really a compliment.
As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
I guess let's roll our encyclopedia.
What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago.
Failed.
How would you know what this guy did many centuries ago?
I critical failed. Oh,
High
man.
above you, the king stands triumphantly. Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Lieutenant, has someone shot the king?
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it.
What do you think?
Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement?
Political. It's a king and he's shot. I would assume it's a political statement.
Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
He takes a note in his notebook.
The king stands high above you, so
We'll leave. Anything else? Oh, there's a person over here. We completely missed them. How do I get over there? What is happening? What am I doing? Oh, is this like... There's like boxes in my way. Foreign car kept in good condition. Okay. I don't know why I'm walking so slow. Let me talk to this gentleman here. Please find your way over there. Well, why couldn't I do that before? Or lady, I guess. I can't tell from this person here.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
Well, are these supposed to be tattoos? Very intriguing. The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
I guess let's keep listening.
From another planet.
He finishes and turns
Hey
to
there.
you. Hello, what's going on
It's
here?
the jam, my man.
He motions towards the sprawl of lorries in the sweeping gesture.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
What's the
It's a
jam?
traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given.
Oh, yeah.
Workers on strike, scabs agitating. An all-around clusterfuck.
Oh, man. Sorry if you guys can hear
Meanwhile,
me slurping.
we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak. Or he just likes unusual words. Or both.
Let's, give him a little compliment. I dig your style, man.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
He snickers in appreciation of the digging of his style.
So tell me, what do you need?
Know anything about the dead man, the one hanging behind the hostel there?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Yeah.
Ask for his conclusion.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Oh no. What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax.
Yeah, I
He's
figured.
merely joking.
Wicked. I've always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
Could I get one of those tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise.
Alright.
The bosses won't be happy.
I had another
The man
question.
taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
This seems offensive. You seem to like a man who knows about...
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back.
Holds
Had
his
some
hand
good
behind
times
his head.
surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know?
Yeah.
But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
I guess he seems to be a fine guy to just talk to, so let's be straight with him. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Conflagration. Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol.
Probably
I'm
smart.
a guest here, You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
Alright,
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
that's fine. Tell me more about this strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
What's the union
Some
demanding?
pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess.
I
I've
guess.
heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
And what do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Oh no. This is a very low check. Oh, I don't have any empathy. I can't change clothes either. Let's try.
Ease into it.
No.
Don't go too far.
I think I failed.
This seems like a personal matter.
Man, you look sad. What's going on with you? Hey, Tommy, spill the beans. What's troubling you? My man, I want to know about your soul. Let's just say you
I'm
look
okay, man. Just the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
sad. Man recedes into the days of words.
Maybe the full-on, direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
Okay.
Don't be a stranger.
Alright, bye, Tommy. I liked him. There's another person over here. Jump Jams, a popular music mag. Oh my goodness. A glossy magazine, Most Able-Bodied Man. The issue hosts a top 10 list. I'll take this. Thank you. Hello, sir. Welcome to
Welcome to Rivachol.
Oh, great. Racist lorry driver. I'm gonna love this guy, she says sarcastically. Announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Yeah, I know Revachol. That's where we are.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Ew.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him, Kim.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
You're right. You're undermining our best shot at self-determination. Stop ripping into this guy. He's just really proud of being Revacholian. Limbo, what's going on here? Okay, I don't want to deal with this. These both sound like I'm against Kim. I don't want to be against Kim. I like him. I don't want to deal with this. I thought I'd be able to. Crit. Oh, it's a store. Yellow roses, dozens of them. Tulips, too. A melancholy pop song plays on the radio.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
I'm gonna leave for now. What's this thing?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Let's insert our
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
So this is where I go with the bottles.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
This is not a good place for a recovering addict.
Guess not, no.
She looks at the wall of goods behind her, then adjusts her hat.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health, but I guess you already know that.
I definitely don't need any of that. Not after I woke up with complete
Welcome to
amnesia.
Frick. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
She returns to her magazine.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Magazine are you reading?
You mean this?
She looks at the cover boasting a colorful photo of 2 girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Forget about that. What is this fashion police feature? Point at the cover.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Oh, who's the numero uno guy in there right now? And does he look like a Liz? Her lazy eyes scan up and down your body, assessing the situation.
No, I don't think so.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
I know, honey. Let's proceed. I have some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
She puts down the magazine. Does Fred have a warehouse in the back of the Whirling in Rags?
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
This is important.
She scrunches up her face into an expression of consummate adolescent skepticism.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
She turns back to her magazine without waiting for you to respond. Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Do you know the man who died?
Not really.
Not really? Does it mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
How long has it been there? We know that. What do you think happened?
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
She scratches her nose. Thanks for your help.
Uh-huh.
And I think we've got it done. Alright. Oh no, it's raining. Come on, guys. I need this. 3 T's. How idiomatic.
Scab?
Scab? Asked the man, jolly eyes tilting his head.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Hold on, where did they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
I don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
Looks at the mass, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money."
Psst. Show him your stolen card. Now has arrived the perfect moment.
Why?
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife?
I'm actually a worker like you guys.
The man looks at the colorful piece of plastic, then at you, then back at the card, then at you again.
But that's not you, officer.
That's an old picture.
From back when you were not a cop, but a heavy-set, dark-skinned dock worker named Santiago John?
Yes.
Highly unlikely. I've known John for several years now. Also, you told me you're a cop, remember? How did you get his shift card?
Now you're in a mess. The time hath not arrived. Sorry.
Yeah, drama. What was up with that? Found it on the ground at the Whirling in Rags.
Oh, John's been out drinking himself blind again? He should watch his step, that John. Can I have the card?
No, it will prove useful still. Believe your thieving fingers.
No, I'm afraid the card's evidence in an ongoing investigation.
Oh. Is my friend in some sort of trouble? Who knew?
Can we level up? Oh, finally. I need empathy. Where is that? This one. You're the man in boots at the gate. Kuno said you know about the armor.
The little boy had it good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me, pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know?
It's raining, but okay.
So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
You know.
Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
But Kuno used us to what, scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
Contemplates taking a swig from his flask. The probe into the armor, what did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That
Look.
was the interesting part.
What kind of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
Okay.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Hold up. 4 pieces. Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I'm gonna try to find at least
Nice and
one.
balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armored too. The one the bullet hits. Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him.
Thank you for
No
your
problem.
cooperation.
If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
Okay. The notice. In case of a strike, press button behind the guard. A hermetically sealed door, locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking or door kicking this one. Can't reach it. It's on the roof.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Young woman at the giant side agrees. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police, and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
Like Ra's al Ghul? His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
You're right, I'm an alcoholic, and I need the dead body to no longer be in the tree.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
I have no idea what you're talking about. The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
What are you talking about?
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
I was just looking to check if he was also racist.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Should I try pushing him out of the way? I haven't...
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
Before I do something crazy, let's save, because it's been a hot second since I've saved, too.
Last we saw, your race would...
Oh, jeez.
That is right. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
What in the world are you talking
There
about?
may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
Wouldn't that mean I have to become a Seminese supremacist myself?
Well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
Oh, maybe he knows what the tattoos mean.
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures toward the lorry man down the street.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby. He must think redheads are immigrants.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
There's a wackadoo.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
Are you sure? I mean, that jaw is clearly an atavistic stigmata.
That atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yes, plenty.
Thank you, honey.
Babe, thanks. But I got this.
I guess I don't want to be racist. Is this gonna change everything?
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Measurehead, I'm new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races there are.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks at you. This is for the thing.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh.
Poor Kim, I'm
You
sorry.
are obviously a liberal, Sayolite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself.
No, I don't understand this person.
There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
Well, I guess the vile... Let's start with the vile CF race cauldron of pederastry. Pederasty?
I knew you would go straight for the vile cauldron. Everyone does.
Figure. Bad news
You
first.
need to first learn about Type A and B to appreciate the depravity of the chimeric races.
Then why'd you offer to tell me about them first?
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, it just won't make any sense.
Yes, it would seem nonsensical.
Kim is like, alright.
Those
Type A.
are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding.
Weren't they the
A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and couvre de fort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Who exactly are the Maun?
You know them by the names of their nation-states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun.
Mahun is a derogative term for First World people of Gotwaldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Huhu, are much more lactose intolerant.
Wooden clogs, though?
In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
This guy is weirdly obsessed with tassels and with the fact that some people can't drink milk.
Colorful tassels
Of all
are,
the things.
let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
Okay, got it. Who are Type A then, in your view?
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensities. The other large mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
He draws his finger across his face.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
I like mariachi music, okay? So that doesn't sound good. I'll get behind a good mariachi. And who are the Seminese and Areopagites?
As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Seminese and the Areopagites are on the ascent.
What's the difference between the Seminese and the Areopagites?
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Seminese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
Fall silent, contemplating the beauty and the mystery.
The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite superrace. That is all. There are no more Type A races in the world. Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Khoikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
The Khoikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white, officer, in a suspect description.
Oh, so they're still white. You said Khoikos? I've been trained to identify them as white in official descriptions.
Yes. To an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, muddy, and ashen.
This guy is, off his rocker.
Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking I'll rule and smoke in the degenerate tobacco herb. And for eating potato.
Okay.
The Khoikhoi, the countless micronationalities au grade, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
You don't like ethnostates?
They are microscopic. The Semeno-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted. From Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Semenese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature, not the base inner spoilage called demos.
Okay. Well, I'm having to focus all of my energy on understanding what the heck he's talking about, and I still don't think I understand what's going on. Besides the fact that he's some kind of, like, supremacist? A supremacist? Is that what the word is? I don't even know. And the Vacholiers, you mentioned?
The Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the Racial Cauldron. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
I'm pretty sure history hasn't lasted that long.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive Chespius.
I don't understand him. I mean, and it's not just it's not the accent. The accent is fine. It's a bit French, which isn't horrible. It could be a little difficult to understand. But, I just don't understand the words. I see the words on screen, too. Independently, I know what each word means. Altogether, I'm lost. I guess let's agitate him a little bit and say that the revolution sounds like it was actually very good and necessary.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zarath-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Khoikhoi to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant.
Hey.
Enough of Tibet mediocrity.
Fine then, I guess
Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
So by chimeric experiments, I'm going to assume that he is saying that this is what happens when people from the Type A group, the Supreme group, and Type B have like children and stuff. Chimera is like when you combine multiple animals together. So I would assume that's what that means.
Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Semenese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Semenese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring. The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
Enough.
Yes, it is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of the earth. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
Now that we've been through all the types, do I understand advanced race theory?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
As entertaining as this has been, actually, on second thought, I don't have time to do this.
Lost, though, buckled away at the last gate. This is why your haplogroup will never rise from the ashes. Now, I need to luxuriate in the private company of my babe. Leave me.
Gross. Let's discuss something else.
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
No, but do anything about this mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
You know anything about it?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
He had nothing to do with it.
Oh, no. Oh, it's really low. This up. Okay. Let's see what happens. I guess if I fail the check, then all I have to do is go through the entire conversation again. So let's see. Did I pass? Did I fail? No, I failed.
How did this happen?
Oh, well.
Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
I'm a cop.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
No, I won't say anything.
Your hand twists in his grip and the pain blinds you. Still, you press the words out of your swollen mouth.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
What is it with him? All right. Kim wants to talk to me.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere.
I need to find my gun.
I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that Hulk. Okay, I was trying to assert my dominance over him. We're not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile than it already is.
All right.
The lieutenant groans, but doesn't say anything.
Can't promise I won't attack him again. Okay. Well, we didn't die. That's GRIH. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. Guess we can talk to this gentleman next time. It looks like that's the only other thing to do. Oh, why, hello there. I'll take some money. The lorries probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. More change.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Let's look in the window.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
Kind of stickers and insignia.
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
Oh, does that
A
sound
large
like?
metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays. It is the seal of Royalist era Revachol.
What about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town.
A Stars Ryko, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie.
Who drives these?
Not many people outside of Grad, and Revachol West too, it appears.
Kim, check this out.
A Stash Raiko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
Do I know what happened last time?
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue, the colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white, the colors of the Stars Ryko.
Let's not think about making up an intricate story. Let's just ask Kim what happened last
An
time.
old case for my precinct. A couple of Jim's migrants saw a Staj Raiko stopped in the street, painted just like this, muddy brown. Murdered the driver on the spot.
Oh no.
They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The Jim's community protested the trial, flying the banners of some old king or whatever. 5,000 came to protest.
Correction, 4,395, the fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
Could our hanged man have been the driver of this car?
Could it be another Staj Raiko murder? You really should ask me to brief you on the case. But right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and guess the two aren't related.
Okay. Okay, we're back here. I guess next time we'll talk to this gentleman here. And we will figure that all out. So, thank you everyone and anyone who was watching. We'll go ahead and see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.